Great morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I am just happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for life. I tell you every week, I don't take days for granted. I don't take you for granted. I'm happy and grateful for you. I'm going to remind you every week that you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are prosperous. Everything your hands go to touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest, prosper, and grow great things because you are great. You are created out of greatness. You are a gift to this world, not just to your friends, family, loved ones, and enemies. You have purpose. Every morning when you wake up in purpose. This is just a journey and the process where we walk it out, okay? We are never expected to be perfect, but we are expected to wake up every day in purpose, striving for perfection, okay? That's the whole reason for this journey. This is the reason things happen, good, bad, indifferent, whatever it is. It's really to allow us to get to a place where we know our true selves. All right. We're spirit with a soul wrapped in this flesh. I'm going to keep saying it because it's factual. It's facts. It is what it is. All right. We have a spirit, we have a soul, and we're wrapped in this flesh. But our original DNA, because we're all dual citizens, all right, is kingdom. You have kingship before anything else. Anything else. I keep saying it because I'm trying not to be on the soapbox. I ain't trying not to be on a rant today, but I'm so stuck on knowing the true you, the true version of you. Okay. If you have not already, grab your tickets for the it is not supernatural. God's Cover Girls 2024. I will be hosting. I have the honor of hosting Siamata Nichols, apostle from Maryland. She's the one I tell y'all all the time. Everyone needs a Siamata in their life. She came into my life in my early 20s. I'm now in my early 50s. It's been a truly divine relationship that has been able to be birthed, and I'm super excited to be able to have her, and we're able to collaborate our visions that we have both been given by Jehovah God, coming from our true self. Okay, so make sure you get that. You can go to my website, www.IamNicoleDJones. Go to the shop. You can get general or VIP tickets. Okay, wanted to put that in there, but I'm so heavy on this getting to our true self. Okay, because who we are is not who we have really chosen to believe. All right. We've chosen to believe that we are what our situations have made us. We are what our bank account defines us as. We are what our trauma has created. We are what the things and the cares of this world say that we are to be. We are what we see in social media, and none of that is actually correct. It's not who you are. It so puts us in a box, okay, of the true gift that we really are. Every person was created a gift. Every person was designed from the moment of conception to the day we leave this journey. It was predestined, preordained, and designed before any natural thing that we see. Don't believe me? Go to the #1 personal growth and self-development book. Y'all know what it is. Listen, life is gonna life. That is the purpose of it. There's a prince of the air that has authority to allow life to life. If we could just grab that and know it, not get all deep, and by faith believe it, but truly know that, then maybe we would not succumb or stop or allow ourselves to be consumed with things that happen. Now, we're not robots. We have emotions, we have feelings, we have responsibilities, all these things, okay? So when life is lifing, there's a reaction, all right? For every action, there's a reaction. But if we could shift our perspective and truly understand that every day is predestined and preordained, nothing happens by chance or surprise to Jehovah God, just to us. And everything that is done in this journey, it is to create, to make, to perfect, and to pull out the truth, your true self. All right? So when you're faced with something or when something is going on, there is always a way of escape. There's always an answer. What happens is we tend to want microwave fixes, but if we could understand that the processing of us, all right, is through the pruning. Listen, we're known by the fruit that we bear, but we don't want to be pruned. We don't want to be, you know, when you're growing fruit, you have to prune, you have to cut the dead ends. There are times where you have to prick it. If we could just know that we're known by the fruit that we bear. What does your fruit look like? But if you think of a fruit tree, I'm not a gardener, but from what I know and what I've tried, what I've learned is when I allow that dead part of it to stay, it eventually infects the whole vine. So I gotta go and I gotta clip it off in order for the fruit to grow healthy. This journey, there are times where we have to cut some stuff off. There are times where things will happen and the pricking and the pruning does not feel good, but the fruit that will be produced, if we're willing to stop trying to have these microwave fixes. See, this is what happens when you begin to understand who you are. This is what happens when you understand there is a true you, okay? In the truth of you, that is not defined. When we leave this journey, your money gone. Stop saying you ain't got no money. All right? Everything that you need is stored up. When someone says something to me and I don't have it, I'm just, the deposit just ain't hit the account yet, but it's coming. Why? Because I know him as Jehovah Jireh. He is my provider. What happens is we put ourselves in this box. We think that there's one way to the answer. When we begin to understand our true self and there is no limit with a limitless God, we learn how to become creative. Y'all not hearing me. Listen, we're all created spiritual beings, okay? But the truth of the matter is because we're natural, because we're human in our humanism, we tend to deal with things, and I say this, I'm a broken record today, all right? Don't look at me like a soapbox. I ain't on a soapbox, just a broken record. Because what I do understand is if you hear it enough, you'll begin to believe it. And once you believe it, you'll know it. All right? When you get to a point where you know that you know something, no one and no thing can move you from it. Listen, we're spirit. We're all created spirit beings. Okay? That ain't got nothing to do with religion. You believe what you want to believe, but at the end of the day, we're all spirit with soul wrapped in this flesh. So when you begin to understand that you are a spirit being, that everything about you is created in the spirit, then you'll learn to pull inward to find the answer instead of outward. All right. It takes a shift of perspective. But when you know that the only place that you can be battled is in the mind, you'll learn how to take those thoughts captive. You'll stop trying to fight me physically and you'll fight me mentally. Listen, listen, listen. If we don't get to a place where we want to know ourselves, our true self, we will see ourselves as an illusion. And when you start doing life as an illusion, you usually walk in a delusion. All right. You'll be in a delusional space. You begin to see yourself the way that the world says that you're supposed to be. Why is it so dangerous? Listen, we were given 5 senses for a reason, right? But why is it so dangerous with these eyeballs? All right. When all you see naturally and you don't learn how to see spiritually with your spiritual eyes, the danger is it's what feeds your soul. What we see feeds our soul. What we hear feeds our soul. What we smell feeds our soul. What we taste, what we touch, it feeds our soul. So if we're so dependent on the natural 5 senses, we'll lose. We won't even recognize that there is a spiritual sense in it as well. So we bring these things in. This is why you can get on social media and just scroll and time just pass and you just filling your eyeballs up with all these things and they're beautiful and you see these women who look a certain way and then all of a sudden you're trying to change yourself to look like that and then you're grieving your soul because in your spirit, wow, who and how you're made is beautifully and wonderfully catered for you. My God. I just want us to get to our true self. I want us to be able to get to a place where we don't define ourselves on someone else's idea, someone else's thought, someone else's words. Because who are they? They got their own stuff that they working out. And when they are in an illusion of themselves, and they're walking delusional, they're trying to feed you with their toxicity because if they make you dirty, they feel clean. Who've been talking about me? Huh? I know you've been doing it. Listen, we got to befriend ourselves. All right? Be your own BFF. Stop looking for someone else to say and feed you and tell you who you are. Can you love you? You're known by the fruit that you bear. Can you love yourself in a posture of submitting to your creator? Because the more you submit to him, listen, ladies, y'all ain't got to let that man woo you. Let the creator woo you. Let the creator remind you that you're the apple of his eye and that he dotes over you, that you're wonderfully and beautifully made. Melt in that, because when you melt in that place, you become humble. When you melt in that place, you don't need the solidifying of a male, verbal, natural voice. It just makes you feel better of what you feel for yourself. Gentlemen, it's the same thing. He created you. He is all things. All right. When we can do it that way, we don't have to worry about being arrogant. We don't have to worry about being proud, but we will remember that we're known by the fruit that we bear. And when we remember that we're known by the fruit that we bear, the healthier we are, the healthier fruit we give, and then you see the production of it. You see it produced through. All right? I had my grandbabies this weekend. And man, Cairo beginning to look more and more like her mother to me. All right. So naturally, I can see Khadijah. All right. I see more of her dad in her than I see me, but I see me in her physically. All right. So now, well, first of all, Egypt is just spitting image of what Khadijah was. All right. I can see my legacy. I can see my seed. All right. Now I can see it in another generation of me. Okay. I'm blessed to see my children's children. I can see it naturally. But because I'm shifting my perspective, I see the God in me. And now I can see the God in me in Khadijah. And I can see the God in Khadijah in Cairo and Sarai. See, we've got to learn to be able to shift our perspective, because it's all great that they're beautiful naturally. All right? They're beautiful. Am I calling myself beautiful? Yep, I am. I am. And I'm not saying it in an arrogant or a proud way. I am embracing and knowing that I'm beautiful in my own way, supernaturally and naturally. So my seeds are beautiful in their own way. But I'm so humbled to be able to see and witness this supernatural transformation that I see in my seed. I'm too deep this morning. I don't care. Because this is the thing. We're not here for what we give out in an arm length. Everything I do, every way I'm trying to kill this flesh, it is because I want to see reproduction of the supernatural in Khadijah, in Jaden, my natural seeds, all right? And then I want to see it in the bonuses that have been given to me. That'll be a Tyler. That's anyone that God has allowed to come into my life as God-given gifts, okay? I want to see the supernatural, because when I leave this journey, I don't need what I look like to be left. I need the fruit of what I produce to be left. Y'all, come on, help me. So listen, we got to learn to love ourselves, love our true self. We got to learn to pull our true self out. When we begin to learn that, we understand that everyone doesn't deserve it. When we can self-accept, when we get to a place of self-acceptance, we'll learn to transform. Self-acceptance. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to tell all my little dirty laundry, because this is Meal Prep Monday. And why am I saying all this? I want us to shift our perspective. I want you to know and understand that you have everything that you need in you to be healthy, to be wealthy, and to be prosperous. Everything, all the tools are already in you, because you were created exactly how you needed to be to fulfill your purpose. And your purpose, again, goes past your family, friends, loved ones, and enemies. It goes to the world. Okay? When you get to a place where you know your creator, this is past faith, this is past belief. No matter what this journey brings you, you'll stand in the know. This is two things that I know. The prince of the air wants to kill, steal, and destroy me. The prince of the air wants to kill, steal, and destroy you. The prince of the air comes with nothing new. We all have a bucket, and he plays in this bucket. He just makes it look different. He brings it up at different times. Anyone who knows me, there was a season in my life where sickness tried to attack me. It tried to infest me. These words that the world say are death killing words try to attach itself to me. I told it then in faith. I told it then. It had no dominion over me. All right. Then God spoke to me. So it made me believe it even more. But then when he set me free and he allowed me to see, girl, he was never in captive. It was there illegally anyway. I knew him to be Jehovah Rapha. I know him to be healer. So now some years come, life happens, things happen. The fool, he the prince of the air. He has authority to be a prince, but he's a fool, so he has no power. The fool comes back with the same thing. Here's the thing. Meal prep Monday. When life's with you, okay? When hell tries to come to your door, it is your choice to leave it at the, because he gonna come. He gonna come knock on your door. It's your choice to leave him on your porch or to open the door. I choose to leave him on the porch because hell too hot for me. All right. I go play with it when I feel like it. You ain't even gonna come to my door and tell me when I'm gonna play with you. All right. Why can I say this? Because I know my creator as healer. So no matter what a report says, no matter what blood comes back to try to tell me, I know the blood that was shed for me. So I have a choice. I either get caught up on the trials of life, or I go back to where it originally tried to manifest itself and be willing to look at me. What did I miss? Because you got to remember, anything that comes across our door, it has permission to be there. That don't mean it has power. Meal prep Monday, 10:25. What am I saying? Everything that you're facing right now, don't give it no power. Don't give it no power, okay? Everything, don't give it power. Has authority to be there. What do I mean? Your finances could be attacked. That's fine. But it don't have the power to defeat you when there's a Jehovah Jireh that's your provider. So what do? You look at yourself. Are you a good steward? Have you stewarded what was given to you? Do you give your creator back what is due to him for him to continue to flow to go? If not, you just, you know what, my bad, Nicole. You repent wholeheartedly though. You don't say my bad and keep picking up the bad bag. You say my bag and you be intentional not to keep doing the same thing that's going to keep you dry. All right? Healing, health issues. What do you do? All right? For me, because it's coming back exactly like before. I got to go back because two things happened in that season that was life-changing and foundational for me. So I got to go back to those seasons to see, like, you know what? I'm not where I was then in myself. I've matured a little bit. Let me see what I might have missed in that season so that I can go back and correct those answers that I might have got wrong. Because he's already a defeated foe. Long life, health, and strength is my portion. Until I have peace with the spiritual fruit that is in my DNA, I ain't leaving this journey. Because I give him a yes, and that's the least that I will get back. 10:27. Now I'm getting on the soapbox. What do I want y'all to do? Be encouraged. Get to a place where you know that you're healthy. You know that you're wealthy. And you know that you're prosperous. If you're struggling, even if you're not struggling, you must know the creator of you to get the fullness of those things. When you can do that, you will begin to be able to walk in the peace that will surpass your natural five senses, your natural way of thinking, you will begin to get to the joy that gives you strength that is stronger than anything that comes to you. Okay? I hope by faith you'll believe me, because I believe that you'll get to the know. That's how much I believe in you. I know that you'll know. And when you know, the defeated foe cannot keep you stuck in your natural emotions. We were given emotions for a reason, but they were not to destroy us or self-sabotage. All right? So again, if you have not, VIP is almost sold out. Meet me at Kimberlite Events, Douglasville, Georgia, September 19th through 20th. All right? Meet me there. If you see any or believe there's any good fruit that comes out of me, then come in the room that is a part of the foundation that created the fruit in me, which is Siamata Nichols, and then the soul carrier, my spirit carrier, now that's helping me cultivate more good fruit, which is Joanne Rosario. Count it a privilege to be in the triune place. All right? You're going to have the spiritual triune. Why not sit with a natural triune that can help cultivate the good fruit in you? Okay? I am NicoleDJones.com. Go to the shop if you don't have the link. All right? Remember to stay humble, stay focused, and stay positive. Be the best version of you unapologetically, because no one else can do it. There is no other you, and you are relevant. You are necessary. You are needed. All right? Not only to your friends, family, and enemies, but to the world. Okay? So again, I am Nicole D. Jones, and I want you to continue to have a fantabulous rest of the day. Smooches.